up everyone, I am the Kaiju no Kami, and today I'm going to be taking a look at IDW's upcoming one-shot special, Godzilla Rivals, Hedorah. Godzilla Rivals is the title given to a series of one-shot stories that features Godzilla battling against another foe. This issue, Hedorah, is written by Paul Allor, with art and inks from both E.J. Su and Adam Kozlowski. That's all I've really got, is there's no big backstory to go into. It's just a double-sized one-shot special, and that's it. The characters and plot. This issue is centered around a guy and a girl. Godzilla Rivals kicks off in 1971 Manhattan, where a guy named Todd is rushing an injured kaiju expert, one Dr. Kovacs, to the hospital during a monster battle so she can get patched up and save the world. The majority of the issue is just that. Todd trying to get Dr. Kovacs to the hospital, first in a car, and then on foot, which is where they run into a few cops, one of which has a really interesting name. Is that a coincidence? Or a tribute? You tell me. There's not too much in the way of plot or character development. However, you understand Todd's plight as the story progresses, and it all makes sense in the end. I did like this one scene at the hospital with one of the doctors who starts yelling at the monsters. It kind of reminds me of the scene from the '84 film when the bum starts screaming at Godzilla as if the behemoth actually cares what some finger food has to say. The monsters. Given the title of this comic, it's pretty self-explanatory. The comic features Godzilla and Hedorah. The whole issue is pretty much centered around the two monsters fighting. It's an interesting concept as there is no build up to the fight at all. It starts right in the middle of the conflict, with Todd explaining what happened through some exposition, and we do get some great scenery of the two giants. One of the things I will say I enjoyed in this story is there seems to be some gravitas to their battle, thanks to seeing the devastation their battle produces throughout its entirety. Streets are crumbling, debris is flying, cars are flying, everything's flying. Their designs also look quite threatening. Godzilla does not look cutesy one bit, and while we never really get a full shot of him, his features look like they merged bits of both the Showa era and Heisei era together. If I had one minor nitpick on Godzilla, it is that his skin looks a tad greenish as opposed to charcoal black. However, that was most likely done on purpose to distinguish him from Hedorah, who is all dark gray. Speaking of Hedorah, I love how gooey he looks. Every piece of him looks like it could just drip off of him at any given second. The artwork. Coming off of Monsters and Protectors, the artwork in this book is pretty damn awesome. First off, the splash page is just incredible and adds some weight to this book that Monsters and Protectors lacks. Maybe it is due to the extended page count in this thing, but the artwork looks as big as the monsters who are battling each other to the death. What's also nice is that IDW did not shy away from being violent. Godzilla rips out one of Hedorah's eyes in one panel, and we get to witness the whole shebang. Another benefit of having a more serious story is having the characters that look serious. Everyone is drawn more like a real person rather than a childish interpretation of a human. On the other hand, Godzilla's atomic blast is not as detailed here as it is in Monsters and Protectors. Nevertheless, the shading of the smoke and in the dark areas such as shadows are impressive. Add on top the final scene with a gorgeous sunset, and you have yourself an issue with a very Showa-esque feel to it. Overall, it's simple and yet engaging. I had a lot of fun reading this thing, even if there are a couple of pacing issues. If you are a fan of Godzilla, this one is definitely a must-read, especially for those who have been disappointed by Monsters and Protectors. Until next time, bye!
I am the great mighty Pooh, and I'm going to throw my shit at you.